a studio guest right now, Hessam from Otter. Good morning, Hessam. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Tori. What about yourself?
There you go. You scared me for a second. I thought you went away. I'm doing great. Let's talk about Otter. What exactly is Otter?
Yeah. And again, thanks for having me on, Tori. I know me and the rest of the team are really grateful you've welcomed us to the Santa Clarita community with open arms. So Otter is a different way to think about childcare. We match families who need childcare with stay-at-home parents, grandparents, or just other local parents who can get paid to take care of their kids in the community, other kids in the community, while still taking care of their own kids. With Otter, families help other families to create a safe, nurturing, and supportive environment for kids to learn and grow. So you can think of it, very local, community-based childcare. Parents and what we call caregivers fill out a survey about their parenting styles, like their home, their schedule, and then we use that information to match them with another local parent in the community. We schedule and facilitate a call where we really dig into their specific needs, their parenting styles, and then you handle everything else through our Otter app. So we have a great community in Santa Clarita, and as we always say, we like to say it's childcare that feels like family.
What is the story behind Otter?
Yeah, great question. So our CEO, Helen Mayer, started Otter because she was one of many parents at the beginning of COVID-19, beginning of the pandemic, that struggled with finding affordable, reliable, and safe childcare. And obviously, as we know, that was an issue. That was an issue before the pandemic, and still is a very prominent issue today. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, she became a stay-at-home parent herself, along with 3 million other women in the workforce. And a few weeks later, she was offered a job. She was really excited about it. But she had to turn it down because she couldn't find, again, safe, reliable, and affordable childcare for two twins. And so if this story sounds familiar to any listeners, it's because 50% of all Americans live in communities called childcare deserts, where there are 3 children in need of care for every daycare spot. And the U.S. hasn't invested in childcare since World War II. So Helen was, as you can imagine, pretty frustrated by this, and so she tried, taking it into her own hands. And in August 2020, she started matching families on her own, matching families that needed childcare with stay-at-home parents who'd get paid to take care of their neighbors' kids, again, while taking care of their own. So through conversations with many parents as we've had, this is how we've kind of gotten to Otter's model today, again, where we match parents who need childcare with stay-at-home parents.
And right now, we are in summer vacation, and we might be in a bit of a greater need for this kind of a help for parents, because parents still have to work. It's maybe summer vacation for the kids, but we still have to work. We still have to do our job, right? So how can our listeners sign up for Otter? What can they expect? What exactly is the process?
Yeah, so you can sign up for Otter by going to withotter.com, WITHOTTER.com. Once you get to the website, you'll be able to find where to sign up, and just like any other app you sign up for, you'll go through and make an account. I'll say what separates us, though, from other apps or other childcare platforms is that you should expect a highly personalized experience. Once you sign up, we built a really great dashboard that kind of tells you everything that you need to do in order to be matched, which is some of the things I mentioned, like a parenting style survey for caregivers, background checks. And I'll say this, we've really become a part of the Santa Clarita community, and we've met with so many parents there, and we're constantly getting feedback on how to make our app better. And so just in our sign-up experience, we've got so much feedback on, I think you can tweak this one thing. I think you can make it easier to sign up here. And so we're constantly working with parents and listening to them and making improvements to our app based on that feedback.
The website itself, I have to say, the website it seems very user friendly, which is so nice these days. Some websites and apps are just so complicated that it gets very frustrating just signing up. And this seems, I'm on withotter.com right now, and it seems extremely user friendly.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And I think we've constantly been making updates to the website, again, as we've heard from our many parents out there of how we can make it more user friendly. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Hessam from Otter. The company is called Otter, Otter, but the website is with Otter, WITH, Otter, withotter.com. You can sign up. You can sign up either as a caregiver or a recipient of said care on this website. And then once you sign up, Hessam, do you suggest we download the app and then we continue from there, or do we do mostly everything on the computer?
Yeah, so you can go on both your computer or your phone. If you end up signing up, there's a way you can add the app to your home screen, so it's easy to access and functions more like an app that you typically have in your iPhone. And to your earlier point about being able to sign up as a caregiver or care seeker, someone who needs care, that's another point of feedback that we've learned from parents, that some parents really want both. And so that's a new feature that we'll be rolling out where, maybe a stay-at-home parent who's caring for kids, they may need care once a week. So we should be able to provide that care and matching to the family. And then same for someone who's, primarily looking for care. They may want to host care or host a play date once a week, twice a week for their child and get paid doing it as well. So that's another thing that we're looking to roll out.
I never thought of that before, because you might absolutely work. Maybe you work a part-time job. You can actually be the caregiver some of the time, but then you need someone to help you out. I never even thought of that before, but that's why feedback is so great in a business such as this. Hessam, thank you so much for joining us this morning. The website is withotter.com. The name of the company is Otter, Otter. Sign up today if you want to be a caregiver. You need care for your kids. This is a great way to do it. Everyone is vetted. It's trusted. It's safe. And, of course, it matches your family discipline style. Hessam, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, Tori.